Soviets and Soviets, ladies and Germans, how you guys all doing? We're back with another tournament replay. Once again, we are on Sianno. Looks like we flipped ourselves around a little bit, though. Brian, who's fighting now?
Well, on the left-hand side in blue, we have TheJSFFenix.
Actually,
playing
as
as...
Angry Bird, but that's okay.
Oh god, you are right. I was so hyped to see 29th. Yeah, I forgot to read it properly.
That's okay.
Anyway, it's Angry Bird, Gruppe Harteneck, and he has Vanguard income. And on the right-hand side, we have TheJSFFenix playing as 29th Tank Corps with Maverick income.
He's got to have Maverick income, too. He's got a very early IS-2. So do you think we're going to see some more IS-2s super early, or no?
It's very ballsy if you take, like, 2 cards off of IS-2s. So if that IS-2 Comrata, you only get 1 per card in A phase. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's only... I wouldn't be surprised if that's the only IS-2 we see. And we'll probably see some more in B phase, maybe.
I will say Angry Bird is probably playing still my current guilty pleasure with Gruppe Harteneck here. Always solid, always stunning.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing some more of those. Oh my gosh, I'm not even going to try to say their names. I'm going to butcher them. But more so than that, who has the more kind of aggressive opening, would you say?
That's a tough one to call. I kind of want to lean it over more towards Phoenix. So IS-2 in the southern, like, middle area, it would just completely shut down anything just due to how the nature of that battle goes, as it's just, you know, it's a battle of 2 ridge lines, and having a giant 122mm FU cannon is pretty beneficial.
It certainly is. And actually, I was thinking, looking at the north, yes, we have a couple of, fuck you, 288 cannons, but there are still, mortar bikes, so it can go either way, frankly.
Yeah, yes it can. Yes it can. Here we got some VK90 up north and a lot of infantry. Angry Bird definitely does have the infantry advantage, as he does have some MP44 troops. If there was like cavalry Jaegers, which is rather nice, and that's a troop and span, which is also rather nice.
Well, even more so than that, the Slush Troop, and oh my gosh, I'm just... Come on, guys, get in there.
Get in there.
Ogmachiki opening. I didn't even see that over here, and some of the early Ogmachiki are getting shredded. Yeah, I'd be into MP44s and PPSs. We could see a very quick German clear of this town.
That was pretty darn good. Now the VK is just mopping stuff up down the road.
Well, frankly, as long as he's able to stress out that 45 mil, he's got a good chance here.
And that's what he's using the mortar for, to great effect. Great use of mortar half-tracks early on. It does have radio coverage, so he's going to be getting that lovely corrected shot bonus.
Now, explain to everyone out there again the whole corrected shot bonus. How does that happen?
Once you have... we've got like a leader unit in town at Reiterführer. He has radio. It connects to the radio of the half-track. And if you select the half-track, you see the giant ray circles. Anything that he shoots within the right area is going to give him the right corrected shot and the actual right.
Exactly. Just like, I think it's Prince. He's got the right stuff.
He's got the right stuff.
Well, he's got the right to Fuhrer and everything. Slush Troopman is getting hammered in return over here, but you know what? This still gives a chance for the MP44s with the right to Jaegers to come on forwards. And again, like you stated already, Strelkys are not made to repel firepower of that magnitude.
No, they are not. Down south, things looking a little bit nicer, however, for Phoenix. He does have his IS-2 just completely shutting off any sort of advances, and Phoenix has managed to make himself rather comfortable in the middle stretch of the town. Well, mostly. He still has some infantry behind the town. It might be a good idea to get a Strelky inside it for obvious reasons.
For obvious reasons? But it looks like it's going to be raining lead.
That's not...
Please.
That sounds, I was trying to think of a joke that sounds pretty scary, or like lead poisoning or whatnot, but...
Well, it's better than raining men.
That's called paratroopers.
I hadn't thought of it that way. I was saying the prognosis for that either way, not good. Just like it is for these Strelky and other Machiki up top. Yeah, those guys getting pounded but good. It's only that tiny, tiny bit of mortar fire that's keeping him even remotely competitive. And a very early Su-87, which I don't see very often. That's just the Lend-Lease bullshit from the U.S., correct?
87?
Su-57, excuse me.
Oh, yeah, it's a bloody half-track with the 6-pounder on top.
No. This is not.
Oh, M1. M1.
Exactly.
Anti-tank gun. Yes, I apologize.
It's okay. I
actually wonder if... I know the Americans didn't use the M1 on their half-tracks. They opted to use their 75mm guns instead. So I'm wondering if the Russians just got those M-runs and put it on the half-tracks themselves, or if the Americans assembled it beforehand. If you know, please tell me in the comments. I'm rather curious.
I'm kind of amused by the fact that the commandant over here was in his little Kuba wagon coming forward, and a 45 mil fired one shot, and the commandant was like, "Oh, I should probably get to controlling this." Pops out. I was very lucky.
Yeah, I can't afford to die.
Exactly. Ooh, in an early Henkel. The 111. He's going to completely own this grouping here, though. It's going to hurt.
He did drop the bombs. There we go. Yeah.
And that laugh, he's not going to be laughing for very long.
And Messerschmitt trying to get on the LA5, but LA5 is a rather tricky customer to catch up to.
I think that's why right now. Here we go. Here's the deflection shot. Oh my God! Are you seriously going to go? You're going to kill your ally's gonna die, and they died together. Oh. There's two more quickly.
Suicide pact.
But you know what? That's a trade up. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not going to laugh for a Henkel 111 any day of the week.
Yeah. Knocking out the cast is always good.
We also acknowledge the fact that there's stars still on those MB-109s. So apparently we had some American defectors flying for them.
Yep, those are the Hungarian runs. That's why they have the stars instead of the crosses.
I think they need to have little tiny Hungarian flags. I think.
Yeah, it is a little bit boring just having the star. And like the British ones would be just little cups of tea.
Yes, exactly.
The Canadian ones could be leaves, like maple leaves.
Exactly, and French ones would be white flags.
Americans could be burgers.
Exactly.
We could have the stereotypes for everyone.
What stereotypes?
Oh yeah. It's true to life.
Exactly. I mean, stereotypes come from someplace, right? The flak umbrella continues to be deadly. If you guys know what we're talking about, check out our Tuesday replay. See a little bit more what's going on there. It is 12-12 though. That lone wounded PPSH squad has been able to recapture that center flag, at least for the time being. Oh wow, no, there are two squads there.
Oh yeah.
I saw the giant 2 and I was like, okay, there's only 2 guys left. No, 2 full squads.
They slowly try to make it into the forest so they won't get shot at by his T-34. We got a T-34-85 from Phoenix in a rather nice position to cover over the lake and shoot your stormtrooper. And yeah, I do like how Angry Bird is focusing on the air power. It's definitely something you want to do as Gruppe Harteneck, as those 2-star Messerschmitts are like pretty card efficient. I believe you get 3 of them in 1 card, which is fantastic for an A-phase unit. That's great for an A-phase fighter.
That sounds right. I think you're right on that one. Down south, do we have the beginnings of a push? No, the Soviets are solidifying their lines. And I can't help but feel that Angry Bird has kind of flown the coop down there.
Yeah, I don't really feel like he's really going to be bothered pushing it. I don't really blame him. That IS-2 is a rather scary thing to go up against when he doesn't have any Tigers or heavy AT to deal with it. I mean, of course, you can drop in artillery, but that takes time and money and supplies. So, yeah, he's remained just focusing up north, and he's not doing too bad. It's a bit of a slow grind fighting over the checkpoint, but it's working. It's working.
I kind of wish there was a Slovakian group out there so we could actually have a checkpoint, but
that was so bad. That was great. Oh God, that is.
I was just thinking to myself because you said about the checkpoint, and I was like, wait a second, there's no check divisions.
Oh gee.
But the superior PPSHs have kind of lost their efficacy. Stahlstruppen have just dropped smoke and retreated a bit. Unfortunately for them, it's only going to work insofar as the T-3485 doesn't have to see them through the smoke.
Yeah.
And the one thing actually I'm really surprised by is that the fuck you 288 has the HE shells turned off, so he's using that purely as an anti-tank gun. And the super north, which is unique. That's not kind of what I expected. I mean, if you think about it again, the range for him is obscene.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Play.
Because you can also, you can use that as an artillery gun, and it's a really good artillery gun as well, because it has the radios, because the Germans were nice to give their, artillery crewmen radios.
We are seeing a revived south over here from the Germans. Several Cossacks coming on in, right to Jaegers, then MP-44s, and two of those, wannabe Panzer IIs.
Those prototype weird things. But yeah, well, I mean, in the southern area of the south, where like 45mm is and some of the strokey south of the town, he could probably push them there, I think, and not be troubled by the IS-2. Since dealing with that 45mm is going to be rather troublesome. He's probably going to lose a unit or two due to it.
Oh, certainly. Certainly, but the 45mm, for some reason he was moving a touch. I thought he was moving into the forest a little bit more, and that's just perfect timing. But no, just more Red Jaegers coming on in. And as this infantry squad kind of debarks, yep, we are seeing a German advance, which is the right call. It really is. I mean, the north is bogged down. Yes, it's 13-11. If you can pick up a couple of safety points over here, it's entirely worth it.
Yeah. And pushing in the far south is definitely a much better choice than trying to push in the middle south, where you're hitting the town head on. At least in far south, you have quite a bit of cover with all the tree lines and stuff, where you can use those VKs and other medium tanks at close range to try to sneak up to the enemy ridgeline.
And one thing, though, is that he's got to take out this 45mm. He's already lost an MP-44 to it, and yeah, actually all of this machine gun fire should be pretty much enough. But the Germans, of course, never content just to sit there and kind of, fire rounds from a distance. Yep, it's an enormous amount of firepower. Like you said, though, that IS-2, were the Soviets, would you move that forward towards the crossroads in an attempt to kind of maybe support a push across that open ground? What would you do with that?
It's tough, because it's in a really nice position defensively, as it stops anything from, moving up. At the same time, it's also just kind of sitting there right now and doing nothing, when there's a lot of trouble happening on both flanks. But at the same time, it's the reason why the middle flank isn't exactly going to hell directly. I mean, the flank here of Vanguard is actually working pretty well, so yeah, maybe he should move the IS-2 to try to get it online somewhere.
He does have an IS-2 1943 coming in, but even then, his infantry is getting slaughtered. And I don't, that's not even being, hyperbolic. Germans have lost one infantryman in this little push that's taking out and retaken another point here. Yeah, that was an absolutely ridiculous push.
Yeah, like we said before in the previous replay of this map from Tuesday, his map is very much infantry focused, and SD2 in general as well, but especially his map. You being able to win the infantry engagements allows you to hold the chi checkpoints, and yeah.
Can we talk about the fact that there were 3 ME-109s going after that Cobra just now? Which is, I mean, good lord. Who needs G.I. Joe when you have ME-109s in that?
I know, right? Flying very close.
Exactly. I mean, that was like Blue Angels close right there.
Yeah, I think I'm amazed they haven't crashed into each other yet. If you zoom in really close, they're all like clipping into one another.
No, that's just called skill.
Oh yeah.
But it is 59 right now. The town is threatening, is kind of easily being threatened with a loss here, and the Komroti might be able to engage some air Truppen. I don't know, but a Tiger coming on in as well, so it's going to be battle of the behemoths. And while the Soviets should still win it, as much as it grieves me to say it, the Soviets have to get more infantry in this town, or some more artillery, or something. So what they have right now is not going to cut it.
Yeah, and the Soviet infantry in town is strokey, aren't that great in CQC, and Angry Bird has has good CQC infantry. That's the correct assessment, yeah, in the infantry power advantages.
Now, the biggest issue here is that IS-2 coming around from the south, and these 2 recon tanks are going to run afoul of that pretty darn quick, which is always a shame, because I have such a soft spot for those light tanks.
Yeah, especially those VKs. Those things are really bloody rare. I don't think I made many VK90 runs, as they're really just an early prototype of the Lukes.
Well, one's down already, and the other guy's going to get... Oh, there we go, okay.
Keep moving.
Really awkward lines of sight here.
Oh yeah, he's just trying to get closer to the ridgeline so the IS-2 can't see him, but... Is he gonna get out of here? I don't know. The IS-2's having a hard time getting out.
I'm hearing crazy yakety sax right now. Returning to the town fight, mortars are getting in play here, and it might be the chance that the Soviets need to bog down this attack. Now, unfortunately for their pilots up in the air, they can do nothing. There's no ground, there's no strafing they can do, there's nothing. There's too much from the German side, excuse me, or the Hungarian side, depending on how you look at it, there's another plane. But the Soviet Air Force have much efficacy. Yeah,
those Messerschmitts are just doing an absolutely fantastic job of keeping the skies completely clear. And it's all thanks to those Hungarian pilots. That's what makes Gruppe Harteneck such a nice division. It's multicultural.
Exactly. And what more do you want out of World War II than a nice multicultural force?
Especially on the Eastern Front.
And I like this pain train going after the Me-109. Excuse me, going after the IS-2 Komarotti.
Choo-choo!
You would think 20mm cannons would freak him out a little bit more than that, but I guess not.
No, that's the Stalinian in play, Khan. He's got a Tiger and a T-34 shooting the IS-2. I don't think he's going to have the best chance, honestly.
The IS-2, you mean?
Yeah, I mean, the IS-2 is probably going to win. The Tiger has a very hard time penetrating at distance.
Yes, and plus I'm sure he's probably automatically saying, okay, this is the guy you shoot at. Don't stop shooting at him.
Okay, there we go.
Ooh, okay, so T-34 is not going to be able to penetrate at all, especially not from this range.
No. But maybe... how IS-2's retreating, they can get a side shot.
I don't know, Big Kitty. I think the Big Kitty's got to come back online first. He's not going to see him anymore. Ooh, that's unlucky.
Yep.
Strokey DPs hopping out of their half tracks. That's probably the or trucks maybe. Probably the best thing he can do with it.
Yeah. Strokey DP is definitely a huge step up over the regular Strokey. Just having semi-automatic rifles, 2 DP-28s, and an anti-tank rifle makes him probably one of the best long-range infantry shots in game. Yeah, and frankly, I always feel like their AT rifles are just a teensy bit too good, but that's just me belly aching, I'm sure. Let's look back up to the north for a second. The FK, the 288, is engaging the Su-57, so this is just like not even a wet noodle contest, because they can definitely kill each other. It just doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it's a Russian gun killing an American/British piece of equipment on the Eastern Front.
And the Cold War continues. All I can say. Some Strokey DPs getting brought onto the south as well, and the VK901.
Look at him.
Is he gonna free this entire infantry push? This actually, I would sacrifice it just to take out the 4 infantry squads.
That is fantastic positioning there from the VK. Holy shit. And right under the nose of the IS-2. What a sneaky bugger he is.
Here we go, and the SS trooper coming back in to get them all to surrender. Oh my god.
Join me, brothers. Surrender. Oh god.
They're still going forwards.
Yep.
Wow, that's a hero play right there.
Oh, the SS trooping who could. That must Jesus.
Be the best play in the entire game so far.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was awesome.
The worst part about it is that Phoenix is just beating himself up right now because he forgot that tank was there.
And
actually, up north, the T-34-85 is going to support this Strelky and Ultimachiki push. And I don't know if this initial mortar track is going to be enough to kind of delay this. It's going to be close.
It's getting pretty close.
I do know there's another MP44 squad coming on in, but if he's able to take this flag back, it's a really good thing over here for the Russians. It might be the beginning of a resurgent communist threat. Wait, is this Andreyushas? Katyushas? There's a Yusha coming in somewhere.
Yeah, Katyushas.
They're taking a ton of firepower.
There we go, Katyushas by the F-22 field guns.
Okay. I had to watch the barrage, and yep, the mortar track goes down. Just like these T-34, Voice T-34s might very, very soon here.
They're trying to fight up armored brethren, and I'd take an 85mm gun over a 76 most days of the week.
Yeah, the one thing that's interesting though is that technically they're getting a lot of criticals because I think those T-34s up to the north are actually technically getting side-shotted. I might be wrong about that though.
It's kind of close. One of them's kind of close getting side-shotted.
But it's still 15-9. So for the fact, even though the Germans are losing ground in the north, they're continuing to hold it down south. They're going to lose their points. So it's back to 14-10. But even then, I cannot help but feel the Germans are just kind of playing with their food.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good maneuver warfare we've been seeing from Vanguard. I mean, look all the way down south. He's meant to move his cavalry Jaeger. He's completely ignored the IS-2, and he's just going to go straight to the flag. And with an MP-44 squad, he's going to have a pretty good shot of holding that flag. But yeah. I mean, up north we've seen good maneuver. Down south we've seen good maneuver warfare from Angry Bird. And even though he hasn't really been engaging the IS-2s head-on, he just goes around them.
There's going to be a big furball to the north. We have 3 Cobras and a bunch of mongooses. It looks like, dear God, there's a lot of firepower already. 5 attack planes, tons of ground fire, a 410 going in after those T-34 85s. Doesn't get any kill though, wow. But the Soviet air power is going to get completely destroyed here.
Yeah.
Pilot's unconscious, and I don't think he's going to wake up from this. I am impressed as hell that he's able to fly that plane being unconscious.
That's when the autopilot kicks in.
Auto. Actually, no, I guess that's the German version, Vanya. Let's call him Vanya.
Yeah, me.
Coming back in.
There we go.
That's one. That's a decent kill right there.
Just using that air power to try to knock out Soviet tanks is definitely, well, unless the Soviets have good anti-air, but it's a good idea in trying to knock out those tanks. As he has the air power, so you might as well, and if you can't penetrate an IS-2 frontally with your ground fire, you might as well fly around it.
Can we talk about the fact that Reuter Jäger down to the south had 3 squads of DP Strelkies coming towards him? He's killed all of them, and again, taken 1 model lost.
Yeah. Sturmgewehrs.
They're just so freaking good.
Yeah, STGs are just so bloody powerful in this game. It's probably like a good argument, maybe, to nerf him, but at the same time, it is literally an assault rifle. So, I don't know. I don't know. I'd like to hear you guys' thoughts in the comments below, because I noticed a lot of German divisions, like with STGs, they just completely annihilate any Russian infantry play at all.
Now, humorously enough, there is now a PaK-40 who is just throwing rounds at an IS-2. He broke the tracks, but he's fired all of his APCR shells. And I dare say, they're just going to be firing at each other until the PaK-40 goes down.
Yeah. He can break the tracks, but he can't break his spirit.
Yep, and meanwhile, human flesh is just oh so yielding to those evil HE shells. And meanwhile, to the north, I want to see. I'm surprised there's not been another. Oh, wait, where's the supply trucks? Why didn't you get that Katyusha back online? That's the only way you're gonna stymie the infantry up here in the northern town.
He really does need those shooting, preferably at the enemy.
Very true.
Yeah, the IS-2, he's getting shot up by Tigers now. I mean, he's doing a really good job holding that wrong position, but You know, all the positions around him is kind of fought. Oh, here we go. Finally got bailed out. Yeah, so IS-2 is pretty much kaput.
But he did kill a tiger.
Yeah, so he held really well. He held really well there for a long time. So I will give him that.
Meanwhile, back in the the Adventures of Herman the Weiterjäger squad, there are 3 tanks and a Strokey DP, and 3 more tanks being brought on in. So I might think that Herman's going to die or earn his place in Himmler heaven pretty darn soon.
Himmler heaven. That's a new one. That's good. That's good.
You'll never hear me say it again.
I can imagine being used in some bad B-rated movie about killing Nazis. I'm gonna send him to Himmler heaven. Cock shotgun.
Well, I'm pretty sure there's another Wolfenstein that just came out, so I'm surprised it's not in there already. We do have this other Weiterjäger who's going to watch his friends probably get destroyed from orbit, as the Strokey DPs are trying to unmask the position, and Herman is just trying to say, "Men, make peace with your gods."
Mm-hmm.
For tonight, we dine in Himmler hell.
Okay, Himmler hell's better.
Yeah, I was going to say.
That probably makes more sense.
Heil Himmler. Or Hell Himmler, whatever. Anyway, the point being, IS-2 goes down the center at long last, having taken many, many rounds of ammunition.
Yeah.
And I think Angry Bird is eager just to finish this off. He's bringing in more Weiterjägers. They haven't been seeing that many Husaroks overall, which is kind of impressive.
Yeah, I usually notice that we see more of those Hungarian troops for Gruppe Harteneck, but not today. It's just mainly focused on getting those Hungarians out in the skies and spreading their rings.
I think it'd be amusing as all get out. This Weiterjäger's going to take out 1 tank. As of right now, there's stealth. Oh my gosh. You can't see them. He'll
Tanks
survive.
are blind.
He'll survive.
Oh no, he's gonna... Yep.
He survives.
Oh damn.
Oh wow.
Oh damn. Damn.
The IS-2 does take out 2 tigers.
Yeah, so that's good. That's good. He even killed Otto as well.
Other than that, though, I'm actually surprised. How the heck was there not that much difference in kills? I mean, maybe because of the air power?
Looking at
2.
I think it's probably the air power, because the Germans didn't lose any airplanes. They lost the Messerschmitt.
Yeah, 1 Messerschmitt, but 6 airplanes down for the Russians. And I think the Germans lost a Messerschmitt and the ground attack Henkel and the 410.
Yeah, and also the Soviets, it did take some pretty heavy infantry losses throughout the match. But, yeah, they took more infantry losses than the Germans, that's for sure.
I actually want to go back. Where is that Ersatztruppen who took out 4 squads? We know who their true hero was in that moment. And actually, now that I think about it, I think 1748 to 1752, the 3 squads that are right there, they got, okay, good, they went to the right guy.
Yeah.
That VK9 was a champ.
That was such an awesome position for that. That's how you use a recon vehicle, right? Yeah, guys, just sneak it up and just shoot stuff in the behind. Easy peasy.
Exactly. But with that in mind, I would say our tournament coverage ends at least for a couple of days. That being said, as always, folks, check back in real soon, because I don't know what's going to happen next.
Same here. Who knows?
Indeed. But until then, I'm Con Ulrich.
I'm Rangru. Take it easy.